Hey guys, it's K-dre Almighty and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I want to talk about the end of an era. I want to talk about the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360, like a lot of people, is a very special system for me. It's where I broadened my horizon of gaming. It's where I first started playing online with people. And it's just where I fell in love with a lot of great titles. And it's really sad to see it go, but I know it's gonna have, a new life in a different way. But with the store closing, I just wanted to highlight some of the games that I discovered and started playing on the 360, and just say a little bit about what the 360 meant to me. Um, so a little background: before the Xbox 360 came around, I think I had like a Game Boy Advance, I had a GameCube. So I was really Nintendo, and I think after the GameCube, I think I got a PS2, and I was playing on that, for a little bit, and then something happened to that, and then I was at the point to where when it came to getting a new system, I could either get PlayStation 3 or I can get an Xbox 360. And I went over to one of my friend's house, um, and I seen what the Xbox 360 looked like. It was this cool white kind of box. It kind of had like a nice, curve to it. It had the cool light circle. And I just thought it looked more appealing to me than the PlayStation 3. It was just this big black box with PlayStation 3 written on top of it. And I was like, you know what, this Xbox 360 looks pretty cool. I had no idea, what Xbox was. I don't think I even heard of the original Xbox at that time. Xbox could have been a whole, just brand new thing to me. As far as I was concerned at that time, it probably was. Um, you know, I knew Nintendo, I knew I knew PlayStation, and I just found out about Xbox. And the 360, I am happy that that's where I went for and that's what I chose. I know a lot of people have fond memories of PlayStation and the PlayStation 3 and just had fun, their experience over there. And maybe I would have liked the PlayStation 3, and because for a while, um, Xbox didn't have uh, JRPGs, and X PlayStation did, but I think I'm still satisfied with my system. And all the JRPGs that PlayStation had at the time, at least most of them, I think they're coming over. They're over at Xbox now, or Xbox can get them, and so it's not really a big deal to me anymore. But I just want to highlight and talk about some of the games that I played on Xbox 360, and what they mean to me. And one of the biggest, franchises and IPs that I played on the Xbox 360, and most of these games are not exclusive to Microsoft Xbox at all. They're just games that I played on the 360, and because I played them on the 360, when I think of these games, I think of the 360, and so most of these aren't exclusives. I know a lot of people like to talk about games that's only on the Xbox 360 or exclusive to Xbox, but most of the games that are memorable to me on the 360 aren't exclusives. They're just games that, because I had a 360, I played them on there and I have fond memories of. But now that I got that out the way, one of the games that I played on a 360 that I have a fond memory of, very fun IP, and I played every single game that had, this title on it. That's Saints Row. And one of my favorite Saints Row game is the third. I know a lot of people like the second, some like the first, and they say that the third installment is where it kind of went left. But to me, the third Saints Row game, and I started with the second game. Um, actually. I believe. Did I play that on the 360? Uh, I might have played. Yeah, I played. I believe the second game on the 360 first, but uh, I think I ended up something happened where I had to part ways with that game, and then I ended up getting this later. And then I had so much fun with this. Uh, Saints Row the Third is a very special game to me because it's just I don't know. I just got dove into the world and I had so much fun. Just customizing my character, customizing cars, customizing cribs, taking over different locations, customizing your gang and how they greet each other, how you diss people, customizing guns, um, taking down the villains, the arcs, just the whole story and the vibe of the world in general. On the third game, it was just so good to me, and I'll always come back to this game and play it whenever I just want to play something and chill. I like driving around in the city with my new customized car, just trying new things, and this game will always hold fond memories for me. And for me, this is the peak of Saints Row the Third, and the remastered editions that they did of it a couple of years ago just even made it better graphics, and I love that too. Um, and when I think of Saints Row the Third, I think of the Xbox 360 and how many hours I would just play this title every day, and just have fun. And for the longest time on the 360, I didn't have connection to the internet. I was just playing, by myself. So a lot of the games that I used to play in the earlier years were this, one-player games or RPGs and stuff like that. I didn't really go online and, play, online games with other people because, yeah, I didn't have internet. Another game series that I liked that I found out about on the 360 was the Fable series, and I believe, every single Fable game right here. I got Fable 1, Fable 2, and Fable 3. I believe there's an online Fable game if I'm remembering it right, but like I said, I didn't have internet at the time, so I wasn't able to play that game. I don't even know if it's still running. Is that still up? Someone let me know in the comment section. Is the Fable Online game still up, or is that really a thing? Am I just misremembering? Am I misremembering something? But I believe there was an online Fable game at the time. Let me know if that's still up, and was it a cool experience, or was it mid, or this. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you had a good experience with the Fable Online game. I'm really interested in that. But I love the Fable games. Some of the reasons that I love the Saints Row title is the reason that I love Fable. You can customize. Well, actually, no, you can't customize your character, but you can choose if you're gonna go the evil route or the good route, and the whole country, stability is on you. If everybody dies or there's no your country goes broke, it's all on you. If you beat the evil, if you don't, and there's a lot of things you can do in this game. You can buy houses, you can marry, um, different power ups and weapons, and I really love the Fable games. And they also mean it's a lot to me. A great RPG, and I think a lot of people like Fable, but I believe if it wasn't just on Xbox, Fable would be even more popular than it is now. And that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree. I believe if Fable was just everywhere, that it'll be more popular than it is right now. Another game that I played on Xbox is Dragon Age Inquisition. And I love Dragon Age Inquisition. Unless you can customize your character, really just a skill tree. You got followers. You're just going around um, battling, leveling up, and just defeating enemies as you go. And it has a real cool story, and it's all on you, and you just gotta find your way. And for me at least, I think when I was originally playing it, I kind of got lost multiple times or just didn't know what I was doing because I was younger and these were my first time really playing JRPGs, so I didn't really know what to do. And I just had to find my way and keep on, finding or trying to figure out what to do, and that was always fun. Um, but another game that I got introduced to on the 360, and this one I got introduced by a friend. His name was Matt at the time. Matt, I went over to Matt's house. Me and Matt, we used to always hang out, and I think we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. Me and Matt was a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I still am a fan. Um, I never was into, the TG, tournament stuff or anything like that. But I was just a casual player, watched the anime, big fan. Um, so we used to build decks with our cards that we had, and we'll meet up and then we'll duel. And whoever won last time, the other person would try to up them, and it was fun. And sometimes we'll play video games and at the same time. And one day Matt was like, "I got something to show you." And I was like, "Okay, man. Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, when you come over, man, I got this cool new game. I just got it. I gotta show you. It's pretty cool." And I came over. We dueled a little bit, and he showed me the game. He started up the Xbox. I was like, "What's this game you're talking about?" He was like, "This game is cool. I never played anything like this." He was like, "It got multiple discs. I had to install one disc just to play it." I was like, "Multiple discs?" At the time, I never heard of a video game with multiple discs. I was like, "What? Multiple discs?" I was like, "How does that work?" Because most video games only got one disc, multiple discs. That was unheard of to me. I'm like, why does it got multiple discs? It's usually one game for one disc. So he showed me the title, and it was Skyrim. I got the legendary edition here. I don't know what edition he had. Maybe it was just regular Skyrim for him. I honestly don't know, but I do know he also had multiple discs. Um, I think this one is two. I think he might have had three. I'm not sure, but at the time I remember looking at the case when he opened it, and I was like, "This is ridiculous! Like, how many discs does this game need?" And I remember he booted it up, and we just we looked at it, and I was amazed okay, by the game. And we're talking base Skyrim. Like nowadays, I play with mods and stuff like that, and base Skyrim doesn't look that impressive. But when I first seen it, I was like, "Man, this game is awesome." You can. There's different skill trees, different weapons, magic, armor, companions, um, you know, missions, quest, so the same thing. You can go in, pretty much any house, any building, structure that's in the game you can go into. That's pretty awesome in itself because, things like, you know, uh, Saints Row or, you know, Grand Theft Auto, you can't go in everywhere. There's just certain locations, but here you can go anywhere you want. Any building, any structure, caves, portals. You can even go across the sea to a whole nother continent, I believe. Like there was so much in Skyrim that it was amazing. Of course, he didn't show me all of this when he initially showed it to me. These are just things that I discovered, you know, throughout my own when I got the game myself and played it. But Skyrim, it's amazing, and I believe that's another reason. That's probably the reason why people love it to this day and mod it and add stuff to it and just still play it to this day. It's a great classic game. Another game that I found on Xbox 360 that I love is Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is the first Fallout game that I played, and I believe it's the first Fallout game that's not exclusively on PC. So of course, the first Fallout game I played, but Fallout 3 is amazing, and it was just another example of why. Pretty much the same reason why I love Skyrim. You can go into any you can go to any building you want, customize your character, different skill trees, different weapons, companions, the stories, the side quests. That's something I forgot to mention on when I was talking about Skyrim. Side quests, different banter you can have, random encounters. Like there's so much things in these games, and playing these on the 360 just made me love the 360, and I still do love the 360. Um, and another series that I played on the 360 that I really have love for and fell in love for is the Batman trilogy. And I always been a fan of Batman. I grew up watching Batman the animated series, the Justice League. Back then, I believe the Justice League animated series was over by the time I got to 360, kind of, or maybe something like that. So I was watching all of that, and Batman's my favorite DC character of all time. So just having those games of Batman, just being the Batman, experiencing Gotham, Joker, all the other villains, and just everything in the Arkham universe. It was awesome. I think that really dove me more into liking Batman, with gaining these, just experiencing that, and what it had to, what it had. Um, all these weapons, the stats, the armor, the suit, uh, you know, um, the city, um, the side characters, the different villains, the lore, everything in the Batman games was amazing. And I loved playing my way through them. And I mean, these are the games that I just love playing on the 360. And there's probably even more, but the 360 meant a lot to me. I like the feeling of the controller. I had to connect back then too. I used to play some of those connect games. Playing the Dragon Ball Z games with my cousins. Um, I used to play COD over there too. I didn't have COD at home. I mean, it kind of made no sense. I didn't have internet, but I guess there's a story mode in COD games. But I used to play Call of Duty when I used to go over to my cousin's house, and just all that fun stuff that really just it's what I think about when I think about the era of the 360. Being a young kid, summertime, going over to my cousin's house, playing Dragon Ball Z, playing Black Ops, going back home, playing Fable, playing Saints Row, back Batman Arkham Knight, um, this all kind of fun stuff that I was able to discover playing Skyrim, finding different caves, finding different missions, different paths, secret weapons, just doing things differently, building different builds, all that, all that stuff I discovered on the 360. The 360, uh, you know, allowed me to discover what kind of gamer that I wanted to be. Um, and it's sad to see it go, but I know it's not gonna, really be gone. It's gonna, be here in a different way, and I guess it's joining other retro consoles. And um, man, the 360, great system, great time, and it's gonna go down in history as one of the greatest systems of all time, if not the greatest system, you know, of all time. I don't know if it'll be the greatest system of all time. Nintendo got the Switch. That's it's pretty good. Um, but it's no 360. But with that, guys, I'm gonna end the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And this was just a kind of a conversation, kind of discussion video. There was no script, no plan. I just wanted to come on here and just, share some memories and vibe out with you guys about the 360. Let me know in the comments what games you guys used to play on the 360. If you owned one, or if you own one now, just picked it up, and what games you're picking up. If you bought some games online before the store closed, let me know what you guys were buying. And yeah, I mean, I have pretty much all of the 360 games that I would want. I mean, there's a couple of games that I would probably want to buy for the 360. One of my favorite games, well, I'll say this before I go, one of my favorite games that I used to play on there, that I don't have anymore, was I think it was Hell's Kitchen, Brothers of Arms Hell Kitchen. I used to love that game. That game was so good to me. And unfortunately, I believe my little sister broke it, so I don't have it anymore. There was plenty of times where I could have copped it on eBay and got it, but I just never really did. I don't know what it's going for now, or maybe it hasn't changed in price, or maybe it has. I don't know, but and since the e-store closed, I don't even think I can buy it digitally anymore. But I don't know. I will look into that. That's just another game that just came into mind, and it feels wrong leaving that out, because that was a really good game. I don't even think they make Brothers of Arms games anymore, so that was definitely a game to be remembered. I don't know if that's the last one they made, or what. I just know there's a couple other titles of Brothers in Arms, but that was my game right there. And yeah, but let me know your experience with the 360. What games were memorable to you back in that time? What did you play? Did you play a lot of COD? Did you play some fighting games, RPGs, sandbox, platforming? Let me know in the comment, guys. Who did you play with? Did you play by yourself? Did you play with your family, your friends? Who did you share those experiences with? And yeah, guys. As always, I'm K-dre Almighty. Remember, no matter who you are, where you're from, there's a minus in you. And with that, I'm out.